Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Nanelle Griselda. So a couple of days ago I posted a video where I was talking about how much I was earning as a pre-registered nurse here in the UK, and most people were excited, some people not so much, and then other people, all they wanted to know was the cost of living in the UK before they could properly be excited or disappointed about it. And I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're making so much, or if you're making a particular amount of money, you should also know how much you'll be spending as well. So in today's video, I have come your way to share with you how much I spend in a month, and then that would give you a fair idea of how much the cost of living in the UK is. So if you're interested, stay tuned. I know exactly how much I spend every month because I pay most of the things through direct debit, so I can just check my bank application, my bank app on my phone, and then see how much has been deducted every month. So I'm actually going to give you the exact figures in this video. But first of all, let me just tell you a bit about my situation, because everyone's situation is different. So I am a nurse and I am a single person. I live alone. I do not have kids at the moment. I live alone in Northern Ireland. Yes, Northern Ireland is part of UK. The UK consists of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Most people see Northern Ireland as a very affordable place to live, and I'm sure it will reflect in some of the things I'm about to say. So without talking too much, let's just get straight into the video. First thing I'll talk about, as a tithe believing Christian, the first thing I do obviously is give 10% to God. All right, I'm sure my pastor is looking at me see who's preaching tithe. Anyway, so 10% gone. Please, I'm going to advise you, please do not convert the amount of money or the figures I'll be mentioning here to your country's currency. You're going to break your own heart. Do not do that. When we are making money, it's good to convert. But when we are spending it, it's not. Do not try to convert it into your country's currency. You're going to get a heartache. First thing, obviously, after my tithe is rent. So rent, currently, like I said, I'm living in Northern Ireland, and I'm not living in the outskirts of Northern Ireland. I'm living in Belfast. That's the capital city of Northern Ireland. So this is where I live. I think I can even walk to the city center. I live very close to the city center, and it's a very nice neighborhood, and I'm paying £495 per month for this place that I'm living in now. So it's a 2-bedroom terrace house. Yes, I live in a 2-bedroom house by myself. Yes. I remember when I moved in here, my folks in England and in other parts of the UK, they were like, oh my god, this girl is so extravagant. She's going to get a 2-bedroom house for herself. Oh my gosh, she's so wasteful. And I'm like, they are thinking that I'm probably paying $1,200 for this place. I did do a Snapchat video where I posted the whole place on Snapchat, and people were talking. They do not know that this amount I'm paying here this amount I'm paying in Northern Ireland for my 2-bedroom terrace house is way less than how much they are paying for their single room apartments in London. Because in London, I have a friend living in London, and then he outskirts of London, I should say, and then he's paying £800 plus for a 2-bedroom for a similar place, and he's paying £800. So he's paying almost double what I'm paying now. This comes with 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, a small porch, and I'm good. And I live alone. So imagine if I was deciding to share with somebody where the person was also going to give me half of the money or whatever, I would be saving a lot. But I love my freedom. I love my privacy. I love the fact that I can, run naked around the house the whole day, and then there'll be nothing to worry about. I love the fact that my poo can stink, and then I'll not be shy that there's anybody around. I like the fact that I can fart without anybody smelling my fart. I love the fact that I'm alone. I just love the fact that I'm alone. Excuse me, guys. I just love the fact that I'm alone. I love the privacy. So yeah, that's how much I pay a month. I know a friend who lives in a hospital accommodation in England, and then she's paying £600 for a single room, £600, and then she doesn't even have her own kitchen. She has a bathroom inside the room, but she shares the kitchen with the other, people who live with her in the flats. And I can cook anything I want. You know, African dishes have strong smell. I have been through that thing before where white people don't like the way your food smells, and that's a story time for another day. I'm okay. I can cook every meal I want. I can do whatever I want. I can use 495, ladies and gentlemen, for my 2-bedroom terrace house. Yes, I know friends who live in Northern Ireland as well. 3-bedroom house. You're going to pay around £550 to, let's say, £600. Yeah, for a 3-bedroom house, or £650. And let me say this, I've been paying this amount for over a year. Last year I was paying 495. This year when I was renewing my contract, my landlord says pay the same thing, girl. So that's it, 495. That's what I'm paying for this lovely place. Maybe I'll take you around one day. So now let's talk about utility. The good thing about Northern Ireland is we do not pay water bill. I know my folks in England pay about £11 a month for water. I know it's not much, but water is free in Northern Ireland. I do not pay water bill. What I do pay is I pay for electricity. I have this energy card that is like prepaid, so I load money on it, and then I buy the electricity. So I have like 2 fridges. I have the one that came with the apartment, and then the one I bought when I came here. And I have a mobile phone, I have a laptop, I have a TV. What else do I need the electricity for? I use electricity to cook as well. I use an electric cooker. And what else do I use electricity for? I think that's just that. And I can say that £35 is okay for me for a month. Ladies and gentlemen, do not convert. Don't convert. Don't convert, okay? Don't convert to your country's currency. Don't do that. Okay, so I pay about £35 for light every month. And what I buy as well is heating. I buy heating oil. You know, in the winter and then some other months, it does get very cold, even indoors, and then I need heating for my water as well. I need warm water to bath. I usually buy my heating oil in bulk. Like I have a tank where I buy, like I fill the tank and then I use it. But if I'm to deduce like the amount I spend every month on heating oil, if I'm to deduce, I think I may pay around £40 each month. Let's say I'm paying each month, I think it'll be around £40. So in all, for electricity and heating oil, I think £70 is enough. Yes. And then let's go to council tax. So my folks in England, Scotland and Wales, they pay something called council tax. What is this amount? This is like the money that the government use to maintain the community. So, you know, people who collect your rubbish, you know, to maintain, you know, the police and all that. Northern Ireland, there's nothing like that. It's too good to be true, I know. Cheap accommodation, no water bill, no council tax. That's Northern Ireland for you, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't pay anything like council. I don't even know what what is that. And I also pay for my car insurance. I think the most expensive thing I pay for every month is my car insurance. I pay a little over £200 every month for my car insurance. And I know it's a little too much, but I'm paying that because of my age and because of my circumstances. So many factors affect how much you pay as your car insurance. Your age is a factor. If you are below 30, you are considered not experienced enough. If you are not married and you do not have children, I think they see people who are married and they are above 30 and they have kids as people who are more, how do I say it, responsible to handle like a car on the road. Maybe they think people like us who are below 30, we take a risk or we are not afraid to die. Maybe like we may not handle the car well. I don't know why, but my age was a factor. And then also because I was using an international license. If you're using a UK license, good for you. But when I came, I was using an international license to drive. I'll talk about that later. So that also affected how much I was paying. And now that I have a UK license and I have used it for a couple of months, my car insurance is being reduced. So luckily I have gotten a car insurance or an insurance company that is willing to take a little over £100 every month instead of the 218 I was paying. So immediately this 218 contract ends, I'm moving to that insurance company. And I think where you live as well, you know, affects how much you'll be paying as car insurance. If you live in an area where there's a higher risk of car crime or whatever, and where you park your car as well. I don't have a car park, so I park my car in front of the house, which is directly on the road. So you know, there's high risk that somebody could hit your car. So all those things influence. And I went with a comprehensive that covers every single thing. So that also affects how much you'll be paying. So that's how come I was paying £218 or £215 for my car insurance, but that's going to end soon. And another thing I pay concerning my car is the road tax. I pay for using the road. That money is used to maintain the road. I think for road tax, I pay about £20.56 for road tax every month. I have the option of paying the lump sum for the entire year, but I don't feel like doing that, so I pay every single month and I'm okay with that. What I do as well is I buy petrol for my car. At the moment I'm using a Peugeot and the capacity is 1.6, and I buy about £40 petrol every month, and it's enough to take me back to work and back from work every month. My workplace is not so close to where I live. It's about 7 miles, and then those times when I was taking a bus, I'll talk about buses later. Those times when I was taking a bus, I think I had to take 2 buses before I get to work. But now I drive for just 12 minutes, 15 minutes if there's no traffic and I'm at work or I'm at home. So I think one thing you should consider as well is choose a place that is close to your workplace. So that's where my car, I was speaking about the car insurance, I was speaking about the petrol, and I was speaking about the road tax. Okay, now let's talk about something else. When I did not have a car and I was using the bus, Northern Ireland, we used like the SmartLink card, and I think I was buying about £55 worth on it. I think it was £55 for a whole month. So once I buy this, I top up that £55. Wherever I go, whatever bus I take, it covers it. Unless, of course, you are traveling outside Belfast. But once in a while, let's say you are late for work, or you're going for an appointment, or you're going wherever, and then you're not so sure if you want to take the bus, or because of the weather, you don't want to wait at the bus station, or maybe you're just running late, you can just take a taxi. So that's what I was doing. I was using this most of the time, and once in a while I would take a taxi when I felt like taking a taxi. And I think taxis are relatively cheaper compared to England. Trust me, I have been to England before. I've been to London, I've been to Manchester, I've been to Liverpool, and trust me, taxis are way cheaper in Northern Ireland than the other parts of the UK. I think for London, they use the Oyster card. Whenever I go to London, I use this Oyster card. I think it works the same way with a SmartLink for the Northern Ireland. So you buy on this, and then you can use this to take the bus or wherever you're going, or the train or wherever you're going. Let me talk about Wi-Fi. So I use Virgin Media, and then I pay £55 every month for Virgin Media subscription. It is unlimited data. So that's what I use to watch Netflix on my TV. That's what I used to watch YouTube. That's what I use to do everything. Once I'm in the house, that's what I use, and it's quite reliable. There's always data. Internet connection is quite strong, and it's really good. So that's what I use. And for my phone, I use Vodafone. I was using Vodafone when I was in Ghana, Africa, and then I'm using Vodafone here as well. I pay £20 for my phone, and it comes with unlimited calls, unlimited text messages, and then 20 gig of data. Someone will ask, why do you need data on your phone when you have Wi-Fi at home? Sometimes you're going somewhere, you're not so sure of the place. I need to be able to access the internet, to be able to access Google Map on my phone for directions and all that. And then sometimes maybe you go somewhere, then you need the internet to do something. So that's why I have the 20 gig on my phone as well. I was tempted to say when I'm at work, but there's Wi-Fi at work. So if you should need internet at work, there's Wi-Fi at work. So there's no need, but I just go with a Vodafone 20 gig a month, and I think it's okay. Another thing I pay for every month is my RCN membership. I think at the moment I'm paying about £16.40, and what RCN is, Royal College of Nurses. So RCN is like a union for nurses and midwives and all sorts of people. I think it's the world's largest union. So what they do is that, like, they represent nurses and midwives. They negotiated for an increment in pay for, those working for my company. So recently my pay got increased, and then they had a part to play in it. So like, they represent nurses, they fight for nurses. If you should get in trouble, any legal trouble at work, they'll give you a legal representative or a lawyer to represent you and to give you legal advice. Immigration issues, they are there for you. So you pay every month for being a member of RCN, you understand, and they are there for you 24/7. I think that's one thing. I'll do a video on like what you should immediately get to the UK for overseas nurses, and I think this is one thing that I will definitely add on my list. They are so good and they are so reliable. Another thing they do is like they send you newsletters on information, about the health system in the UK and what's happening and all that and all that and all that. So that's what I pay. I think it's I'm supposed to pay lower than this, but I've opted for another service on top of the usual one or the standard thing. That's why I'm paying £16.40, but I'm okay with it. Another thing I pay for is I renew my nurse license in the UK. So I think in January I paid £120, and that caters for the whole year. So when the year ends, I'm supposed to pay to renew my license, my nurse license as well. If you do not pay, you cannot practice. It's like you don't have a license anymore. So you have to always make sure that you set a reminder to be able to pay, so that just before your license expires, you renew it every year. And what I pay for again is TV license. So when I came here, I was so confused. I got a letter in the post addressed to me that I am not paying TV license, and then if I am caught watching TV, blah blah blah, I could be fined up to £1,000. First of all, I don't want to get into any trouble with the law. So I called them and I'm like, please explain. They said, do you have a TV? I said, I have a TV, but I don't watch it yet. At the time, I had gotten my TV, but I hadn't set it up yet. I'm like, I have a TV. Okay, when do you think you start watching it? Because you need to pay this. Other than that, if you are caught, you'll be fined. Here you pay TV license. Yes, you pay TV license for the mere fact that you own a TV or even a mobile phone or a tablet or an iPad, and then you watch live videos. This is the amount of money that they used to fund, they used to fund the British Broadcasting Corporation, like BBC. So you have to pay. I told them I use my phone to just watch YouTube and Snapchat. Am I still expected to pay? They said no, but once I start using the TV, I should pay. I'm like, I'll pay. I don't want to be fined. And I've been told that, they can come around your house even when you're not there, and then they have a way they can check to see whether you've been watching, blah blah blah, and then you can be in trouble. So I just go ahead and pay, and I think at the moment I'm paying around £13.37 for TV license, which is okay every month. Fine, take it. I'll enjoy my TV. For entertainment, I think I watch Netflix. I subscribe to Netflix, so I pay about £8.99 for my Netflix subscription every month. I love Netflix. I mean, you have like a wide range of movies to enjoy anytime you're in the mood. So I pay Netflix £8.99 every single month, and I use about £200 for groceries for myself. Okay, from my cheeks and my arms, I'm sure you can tell I eat a lot, but I seriously think that two people can still use £200 for groceries here in the UK. I have another video I'll be uploading soon about grocery shopping in the UK into detail. You're going to love it. So make sure you have subscribed and make sure you have hit the notification so that when I upload, you'll be notified and then you can watch. It's going to be a very lovely video. I'm promising you that. With all these, I think I spend about £1,166 in a month for all these things. All right. Don't get disappointed yet, because once you get your license as a nurse, you're going to be making way more than this. That's all I can say. I have promised to give you like a video where I speak about exactly how much I'm earning as a nurse now. So stay tuned. And for, fashion and going out, to eat and all that, I think it basically depends on where you want to shop. You have very affordable, very expensive, in between. It depends on you. But I thank God for making me a nurse. I mean, look at it this way. Most of the time, I am wearing a nurse uniform. I mean, in a month, I could wear a nurse uniform like 20 times out of the 28 days. So I hardly buy clothes unless I know that I'm going on vacation, or I know I have like a program to attend or an event, and then I'll buy something towards it for that particular event. But aside that, I hardly, buy clothes for shopping. I don't do that. Say if you want to go out, have fun, for tourism and all that, that amount is also there. It all depends on your budget and how much you're willing to spend. But for the basic necessities that I cannot live without, this is how much I spend around it. Now let me talk about health. I forgot to mention health. Healthcare in the UK is free, but if you need like some medication, obviously you'd have to some over-the-counter medication. You may get them yourself. I have friends here who have done surgeries that they were supposed to do back in their countries that they could not do because it was quite expensive. They've done it here and they're fine. They paid nothing. You don't have to pay consultation fee for going to the hospital, and you don't have to pay a huge amount of fee for being admitted in the hospital. Healthcare is free in the UK. That's another reason why I love this country. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.